Hi everyone, very good morning or very good evening to US people as well. So, yes, I'm Jyoti Rawat, your host, and welcome everybody to episode 8 of the Little Talks from the CEO. And I'm so proud to tell today that I'm having the founder and director of Loopify Learning, Pushkraj Deshpande. He is such an amazing person, I can tell you by seeing his podcast and all the learning videos which he's uploading. It's like amazing, and especially those people who are watching this video from the learning and development team or the coaching or the mentor part, this video is gonna be very insightful for you. So let's enjoy today's podcast and welcome Pushpraji in my podcast. And I just wanted to know each and everything about you. Please help us by introducing yourself, about your company, and from where did you get this idea. So please go ahead and explain.
Jyoti, see, except my passwords, I'm going to share everything, okay?
Sure.
Just kidding. Just kidding. So, first of all, very quickly, thank you very much for spotting me off the social media channels. And, it means a lot to me. Efforts are put in by both the sides. So, kudos to that. Okay. So, please let me introduce myself. My name is Pushkraj Deshpande. Now, there are two versions of my nicknames. People in India call me Raj because Pushkar Raj. So, Raj and Simran is all this kind of a thing exposed to me. Shahrukh sir, Kajol, we love you. And as I have international background, working background, so my friends, my colleagues used to call me Push. And, mostly people call me Push. So you have the option. I'm just a normal guy who started his, personal learning from a very early age. So, grew up in a very, humble manner. I'm lucky that I have parents who supported my dreams, my vision, and my goals. So, as a kid, I was just as naughty as you can ever imagine. I was a havoc in my teachers' lives, but if they saw me, they used to do like this. Okay, if they didn't see me, oh my God, where is Pushkaraj? Why is he not coming? So that concern was already there. So I grew up as a normal child where I broke windows of my neighbors. I was running here and there. I did a lot of activities in sports. Now, when the time came for me to step into my second life of earning, that's how Jet Airways happened to me. I'm going to take 2 minutes for just showing my gratitude towards Jet Airways and Qatar Airways. Jet Airways did the foundation of my learning as a leader. Qatar Airways gave me an exposure to pay it forward whatever my leadership skills were there. So, as a person, I also made mistakes and I learned from it. Okay, so this is me. And this is my small introduction. After that, once we go in deep, then I'll reveal my episodes of my life and we'll take it from there. So this is Pushkaraj. In short, I'm just a normal guy who wants to enjoy his life in a positive way.
Well said, Pushraji. Like amazing journey because as a trainer, like in my profession, I can relate to that. That literally trainers are like colorful person, and that's how our journey started. Like if you're a colorful person, you will enjoy the life to the core, and you will love meeting people, training them. So I can feel about whatever you introduce about yourself. Coming back to my next question about Loopify Learning. So, how did you get this idea to get this into business and to start it as a corporate trainer or training multiple peoples for their, business skills or development skills? Like, there are most of the time, big MNC, they will approach us to have a corporate training done for their leadership. So, how did this idea came? If you can help us with that, Pushkraj.
Okay, great. So I'm going to divide it into two parts. The first 18 years of my life as in-flight cabin crew and how I upscaled my journey to become a performance officer. In normal language, it's called, you can call me an auditor. So Jet Airways, I started as a cabin crew. I was there for 6 years there. So my initial days of learning, I did my hard work. I learned. I accepted the feedback positively and I was very observant. So I upscaled my grading to, we call that time, the managers as IFEs. So I became an IFE there. A lot of carving of my professional life was done by mentors in Jet Airways, my colleagues, my seniors. So naman to them. After that, I got an opportunity to work for Qatar Airways. Now it was a big shift, uh, you know, from Jet Airways to going internationally. Okay. Yes, Jet Airways was also flying internationally at that moment, but we had just started. So I had to get this opportunity for better prospects and a lot of reasons: financial freedom, to getting exposure worldwide, to having, work with various kind of nationalities and all. So when I did the shift, right, it was very emotional for me because my heart was in Jet Airways, but my mind was like, hey, push, listen, you need to upscale your stuff. So वो जो change था ना, वो बहुत difficult था, पर मैंने लिया वो. Then I started my journey with Qatar Airways, where I was on a fast track. From there, because I had experience, so they were kind enough to get me on a very fast forward journey in my career. Now, let me tell you of what are the things we did. So when, as I was saying, when you start your journey as a cabin crew, you start from a normal cabin crew. Then you have your grades to work in first class, business class, premium class, what you can call it. Then you have your levels to head the team. So I passed all of that. Okay. So basically, my last position was of a performance officer, wherein I used to audit right from leaders on board, the entire team, to some extent cockpit crew members, and we used to be a part of the management. So when I say an auditor, no, in general word, nobody likes an auditor because we give feedback. Okay. And when a person gives you feedback, as five fingers are not alike, a lot of people are not alike. So, it's a very challenging job. So what I did is I took the opportunity and I upscaled my learning there. So things were going smooth. I would also like to highlight a couple of instances wherein, the examples will highlight the leadership skills, emotional intelligence, cultural intelligence. So this was my life before Loopify Learning. Okay. Everything was going smooth. After 18 years, there came a time in my life where I had to return home due to personal reasons. I had to give up everything, okay, because I had to address a couple of very sensitive situations at home. So I came back, okay. Uh, After that, I had to take a break because my job was of a very sensitive nature. For example, we had to be very focused on a lot of things: security, service scenarios, then a lot of sensitive situations on board, which I'm going to reveal it in a couple of minutes. It's fun. It's fun, but it's like a movie, the trailer, the interval, and the climax, a lot of things. So I'll make it as interesting as I can. So when I came back home, okay, I had to take a break. After that, COVID happened. All right. And we all know what we went through, all of us. Okay. Those people, I would take maybe few seconds. Those people who lost their lives in that era, who lost their loved ones in that era, I pray that they will rest in peace. So, श्रद्धांजलि करके हम बोल सकते हैं, तो उनको भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे. Having said that, what I did is I went through that COVID phase. Okay. And once the market opened, now I wanted to go back on my tracks of earning to my livelihood, and I wanted to return back to going to my forte. Now, at that moment, what happened is on my resume, there was a career gap. On my resume, the age factor came, and on my resume, you are overly qualified for a lot of jobs. I must have given a lot of interviews, maybe more than 400 interviews, wherein, I used to reach the last stage of the interview, the final round. And because, now it's sad to say, but they will not give me the pay package what I deserve. They will try to cut. So I'd never compromise on my, expectations from my side. Okay. Yes, the time was challenging and everything said and done. But I made it a point to say that, nah, yeah, I will not be a part of this exploitation. So I'll hold that story till there. I, I want to narrate a couple of stories of my flying career. Jyoti, is that okay?
Yes, we would love to hear that. Please go ahead.
Okay. So I remember there was an audit check conducted by me on one of the Qatar Airways flight, wherein we did everything. Okay, we the scene was set. We did a smooth takeoff. Service was finished, and there is a in-flight time where I was just doing my stuff. I was taking a walk, talking to the crew members, and a lot of things. So during my cabin walk, I saw a girl. Maybe she's I don't know, 8 or 9 years of age, और वो अपने मम्मा के साथ बैठी थी. एंड ट्रे टेबल होता है ना जहाँ पे आप अपना ट्रे रखते हो खाने के लिए. On that she had a lot of stuff like collection बोल सकते हो आप. छोटी सी गुड्डी, maybe a chammach, sharpener, pencil, a small book, a lot of collection was there. So I was curious enough to ask her, भाई क्या है ये पूरा, ये जमेला क्या है. So I had an interaction with her mother, and I, of course, I introduced myself. नहीं तो ऐसा लगेगा बाबा ये कौन आ गया, क्या कर रहा है, नहीं. So she told me that my daughter has a habit of collection. So, and I love kids. Okay, I'm fond of kids because kids, अगर आपको feedback चाहिए होगा ना तो एक बच्चे से पूछो, वो आपको सीधा और very authentic feedback देगा. Okay, and यार वो life है यार. Whenever you are stressed, you go and play with kids. This will be like a stress buster kind. Having said that, so I spoke to her and I went back to the leader because उसका audit चल रहा था. So I shared this situation and I wanted her to take charge because मुझे credit नहीं लेना था. तो of course I think उसका second या third audit flight होगा, तो she was nervous. So I said okay. So she smartly said, Push, what would you do if you were me? I said, nah, देख ऐसा नहीं करने का, चालू चीज नहीं करने. So of course we had a small kind of our professional moment. I told her, see, she has a habit of collection, right? And we are how many of us? 15 to 17, and we have coins from various places because cabin crew के पास ना coins, notes का गुच्छा होता है. So I told her that we can do is we can collect maybe two coins from each. So maybe 20 coins हो जाएगा. But you will be surprised, we collected more than 30 coins and उसको पोटली में डाल के we gave it to that child. The child was एक तो मुझे छोड़ नहीं रही थी पूरे टीम को भी. When disembarkation आया, so at that moment she hugged everybody. So the moral of the story is, whatever you do, whether you are studying, whether you are handling your relationship, whether you are professionally carrying yourself out, you have to emotionally connect with people. So this is a cute story which I remembered from my flying days. So I would like to tell all the Gen Z or our seniors or the current lot of working class or anybody for that matter, emotional intelligence is very important. So, this story will relate to that. This is one of my very sweet moments of flying. एक किस्सा मैं आपको सुनाना चाहूंगा. See, in most of the professional areas of work or organizations, using mobile phone on duty is a big no-no. Okay. Now there are some departments which are not facing the customers. That's okay. जैसे back office हो गया या but we were dealing with customers and passengers or clients, whatever you call it. So it doesn't look professional that I use my mobile phone when I'm on duty, right? तो हम लोगों को cabin crew are not allowed to in a professional and positive manner. तो क्या हुआ, हम लोग पेरिस में थे and we were checking out of the hotel. So I was checking out, giving my room keys and paying my bills, blah 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 blah. And I saw a girl. I was an auditor that time. I was auditing one of my colleagues. I saw a girl coming down. I think it was her first flight, using the phone in front of an auditor. Okay, in front of the director, cabin services director, who was in charge of the flight. Okay, and as a human being, we don't know the story, right? So we'll be like, "Arey, ye pagal ho gayi hai kya? What is she doing?" Right? So I'll tell you the catch. What happened? So I pretended not to look. I knew everything what was happening. I wanted my director who was being audited to handle the situation. So what he did is he went up to her and he started saying before even knowing, and I'm witness to this, okay, before even knowing what is the case, don't you know we are not supposed to use mobile phones? What are you doing? It's your first flight and this is what you're blah, 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 blah. And she started crying here. Okay. So I had to intervene and I said, listen, you go back to the washroom, freshen up, let them go. I requested one of my colleague to stay back with me, and all three of us went. So the team went because late नहीं होना चाहिए aircraft, right? तो हम लोग रुके. She came out and I said, "Are you okay? Don't worry. Right? We have a cab to go and we'll go." So during our transit, journey, I asked her. Maybe I don't remember her name, but let's say her name is Anna. I asked her, Anna, what happened? So she said, sir, my father was admitted in the ICU and I've just received a call and I don't know what to do. Now, see, Jyoti, see, yes, there are standard and procedures to be followed. But if a person is going through this, what do we do? First, we need to know the why, right? And then the feedback has to be given. All right. Yes, we have our differences and challenges. Stress hota hai ki somebody is assessing you, aapka audit le raha hai. But having said that, it's the game of nerves. So you perform calmly. So what I said is that, I listened to her a lot of things. I made a few phone calls. What we did is now she's a part of the crew, right? She's not mentally stable right now. I would also not be mentally stable, yeah. Right? So हमने क्या किया? I made a few phone calls with my consent of my senior managers. हम लोग उसको dead heading बोलते हैं. We dead-headed her back as a passenger in a business class. We made sure that the tickets were ready when she landed and we sent her directly home. I made a request to put a couple of maybe advance payment to her for her salary because she was just joining. So salary na 1-2 महीने के बाद मिलता है. So what we did is from a human aspect, I love Qatar Airways, when it comes to being human, when it comes to being understanding. See, they are very disciplined. Okay. They are not toxic. They are disciplined. Now, sometimes what happens is people think that being disciplined is being toxic. So from our side, we know only our side of the story, but there are 3 sides of the story: your side, my side, and the truth. So people don't know the truth. So I salute Qatar Airways for that. It's not easy to be there. So moral of the story is you need to be human first and then understand the why and then give feedback, because feedback is very important personally and professionally. So this is ये किस्सा मेरे लिए बहुत मायने रखता है, because as a auditor also I also learned, because मेरा भी खून boil हो रहा था, ये क्या कर रही है, but then you pause and then you switch. So ये 2 अच्छी चीजें हो गई थी. ऐसे बहुत सारे किस्से हैं, but we'll keep it for the next time. And that's how, coming back to my career switch. Now rejection मिल रहा था मुझे interviews में. अभी क्या करूँ यार? I mean, I have 19 years plus experience, और आप लगा लो 20 साल के ऊपर का experience है. Now if I face rejection, okay, even I cried. Even I had those sleepless nights. Even I used to get up in the night. Even I used to be like, "Arey, what is happening?" Dark circles and a lot of things. One fine day, they say that your soul will talk to you when you are going through failure, at least that one switch. So I woke up the next day. मैंने 2 दिन किसी से बात नहीं किया. मेरे रूम में खाना आता था. मेरी मम्मी पापा को बोला था कि just give me 2 days. I just want to think, evaluate and plan. 2 दिन मैंने लिए. मैंने अपने आप से बात की. I spoke to myself. Okay, me time. 2 दिन का me time लिया. I wrote down a lot of things in those 2 days. पूरे मैंने life में नहीं लिखा होगा उसमें. I said, hey, listen, Push, you have freaking 20 years का experience यार. ठीक है? You can take any class. You can inspire anybody from an infant to an elderly person. What are you waiting for? That's how Loopify Learning was formed. Okay. Now, ये दिमाग में तो आ गया है. I got an idea to form Loopify Learning, but वहां पे स्टोरी खत्म नहीं होती है. You need legal registrations to be done. You need to have a social media presence. You need to have a website. You need to have your visiting cards. You need to have so many things. पैसा कहाँ से लाऊं? I mean, there was a time when I used to never think about money. अच्छा लगा swipe मारो. Okay, those were my cream days of flying. Okay. As I was telling you that funds का problem हुआ, तो मैंने मेरे दोस्तों को फोन लगाया. हालांकि मैं उनको रोज फोन नहीं करता, साल में एक बार कर दिया, पर मैंने ऐसे रिलेशनशिप बनाए कि इवन इफ आई डोंट कॉल एवरी डे, दे नो व्हेन माय फोन कॉल कम्स कि ही इज अ जेन्युइन पर्सन. सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन यू हैव अ रिलेशनशिप. मेंटेन दैट रिलेशनशिप. इट्स नॉट दैट यू हैव टू कॉल एवरीबॉडी एवरी डे, पर जब भी मिलो ऐसे मिलो कि यार कल ही मिले थे. सो मैंने उनको बताया, स्ट्रेट अवे मैंने बताया कि देखो भाई ऐसा ऐसा है, मैं आपसे उधार ले रहा हूं, आई डोंट नो व्हेन आई एम गोइंग टू रिटर्न. एवरीबॉडी वाज सो काइंड दैट यार तू बोल मत, हाउ मच यू नीड जस्ट टेल मी. आई वाज वेरी लकी ऑन दैट प्रोसेस. सो आई फॉर्म्ड लूपीफाई लर्निंग. ओके, थोड़ा सा मैं भी नर्वस हुआ कि वो बोलते हैं ना, मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, वो सब बकवास है. मर्द भी रोता है, मर्द भी कंबल के नीचे जाके सब कुछ करता है. मर्द को भी इमोशंस होते हैं. Being a masculine person or being a male doesn't have any relation that we are strong. Of course, we are humans first. So Loopify Learning was formed like that. अभी फॉर्म तो हो गई कंपनी, अभी लीड्स कैसे निकलेंगे? I mean, I'm very new to this. Yes. So what I did is, बोले अभी ये तो ले लिया, अभी छूट गया है निशाना. Now there's no turning back. Yeah. So I started doing my research. I started collaborating. Okay, collaboration is the key for success, because competition एक mindset जो है वो अभी चला गया है. Even if you are a startup, even if you are a unicorn, even if you are any company, if you don't collaborate with each other, survival is going to be very difficult. So Loopify Learning was formed like this. Okay, right now I am the sole person in the company. Soon we are going to recruit, finance department हो गया. Soon we are going to have our own office. बातें चल रही है, negotiations चल रहे हैं, wherein we are going to have our own training center. Right now what we do is we host training to the clients. So basically what we do is we are into corporate training, soft skills training, educational training. We are into one-on-one, individual training, wherein I cover a lot of topics. जैसे आपने कहा, leadership पे हो गया, communication पे हो गया, emotional intelligence पे हो गया, time management, conflict management, whatever is hampering your productivity professionally and personally, we address those topics. और Jyoti, what I do is, जब भी मेरा client को मुझे address करना होता है ना, so मैं एक दिन पहले टाइम निकाल के उनके सीनियर लीडर से, उनके एम्प्लॉय से या इंडिविजुअल से मिलता हूँ. मैं डायरेक्टली वेन्यू पे जाके, अच्छा ये मेरे पास पीपीटीज है, पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन है, मैं डायरेक्ट हाँ ये ऐसे ऐसे, मैं वैसा नहीं करता.
लूप होल पता चलती है आपको जब आप बात करते हैं, तो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड कि मुझे कहाँ ट्रिक करना है उस टाइम पे उस ऑडियंस को.
तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं लूपीफाई लर्निंग में, वी मेक कस्टमाइज्ड सॉफ्ट स्किल्स ट्रेनिंग. नहीं बोलते हम, we say soft skills experience.
I love this. Yes. Like this tagline, because usually we used to tend to say this soft skill training, but I just love the way when you scratch out and say we provide soft skill experience.
तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि हमारा फंडा काफी क्लियर है. Yes, we want to make money. Yes, we want to be seen on the page 3 of every banner. Yes, but what we want to do is we want to keep it very real. तो अभी मोस्टली मैं ही कंडक्ट करता हूँ, बिकॉज ये ना कोर स्टेज है. तो आई वांट टू फर्स्ट हेड एंड देन सेट एन एग्जांपल. सो आई डू ट्रेनिंग्स फॉर कॉर्पोरेट पीपल. एज आई सेड, I'm associated with Niti Aayog as well, Atal Innovation Mission. I'm a mentor of change, recently been inducted by the organization, wherein I'm going to address a lot of sensitive challenges faced by our children who are in schools and colleges. तो वो एक मेरा अच्छा achievement हुआ है. So right now Loopify Learning is spreading the wings. We are conducting a lot of training sessions for big giants names because confidentiality है, तो मैं उनके नाम नहीं ले
I
सकूंगा.
understand. Yeah.
We have to respect that. So Loopify Learning is just a baby right now, but it's a Hulk baby. You know, the Hulk mindset is there. Of course, we follow ethics and protocols. So we believe, as I said, in more collaboration than competition. So yeah, this is Loopify Learning. And I'm happy to share that right now we are at a very nice breathing stage. And time will tell that we are going to be talked. We are going to be talked in the market. We are. So this is Loopify Learning. Officially, yeah.
Officially.
And जो भी papers मांगता है ना सब है अपने पास. तो उसका टेंशन नहीं है because you know intention सही है ना.
Yeah.
So ये ज्योति हमारा छोटा सा आशियाना है. So yeah.
I would actually tell one thing to my audience who are listening to us, like about the Loopify Learning. Like इनके LinkedIn page को मैंने थोड़ा explore किया था, and I'm very happy to tell this statement right now that Loopify believes that we don't believe in being your mentor. We believe in being a mentor of your own life. So this is what it triggered me about Loopify Learning. So hats off and well done, Pushkraj, to make that change. Yeah.
You know, Jyoti, क्या होता है? कभी कभी ना people cannot afford mentors.
Yeah.
Okay. अभी mentor ना बहुत important होता है सबके लाइफ में कि एक बंदा आ जाएगा कि उससे आप शेयर करो, वो आपको गाइड करे. ठीक है. वैसे देखा जाए तो आपके पेरेंट्स आपके मेंटर है, आपके फ्रेंड्स आपके मेंटर है,
Yes.
आपके कॉलीग्स आपके मेंटर है, पर वो मेंटरशिप अलग है. तो अभी जैसे मेरे साथ हुआ, आई डिडंट हैव अ मेंटर ऑफिशियली, बट देन व्हाट आई सेड इज कि यार लाइफ इज माय मेंटर यार. मेरे साथ है ना मेरी मेंटर लाइफ.
Life is the biggest university.
Yes, maybe I could not afford the mentorship fees. Guru Dakshina मेरे पल्ले नहीं थी तभी. So the moral of the story is, if you don't have a mentor, be your own mentor.
Own mentor.
As simple as that, है ना?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so I know we have short of time, but still I would love to know about Loopify Learning more. That what is your goal and vision for this year, for the upcoming years? क्या है, कहाँ लेके जाना चाहते हैं आप Loopify को?
You know, लोग मुझे बेवकूफ बोलेंगे, पर I would still say it. I don't believe in quantity. I believe in quality. Okay, so yes. So मैं अगर साल में 10 ट्रेनिंग सेशन भी करूँ ना, आई एम सेटिस्फाइड. पर वो 10 ट्रेनिंग सेशन ऐसे होने चाहिए ना, द 10 कमांडमेंट्स टाइप. यू नो, एक ही तीर मारूंगा कि बाबा रे. सी दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि Loopify Learning का विजन है कि वी डोंट बिलीव इन क्वांटिटी, वी बिलीव इन क्वालिटी. फर्स्ट थिंग, we want to be genuine in our approach. Okay, कि जैसे अभी see at the end of the day it comes to financial dealing. If you are my client and the day when I take the check from you, Jyoti is giving me the check of my hard work. Jyoti should be saying that yaar le yaar, take it, you deserve it. So our goal is we follow the IOA model. I'll explain to you very quickly. I for intentions. Okay, we have to keep our intentions pure. A for acceptance, कि यार this is happening right now and ये हो रहा है, so accept it and plan your strategy. And A for O for observation. Observation is very important. So I for intention, O for observation and A for acceptance. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला, intentions pure रखो. Any dealing, personal or professional, okay, then you have to observe everything what is happening. self awareness के लिए. ठीक है. Observation, if you are having the power of observation, a lot of solutions will be formed there. And last आता है acceptance. Acceptance, whether you are failing, whether you are successful, whether you are being normal. Acceptance जब आप करते हो ना, यार ये मुझे सता रहा है, I'm expecting it, या ये मुझे कामयाबी की तरफ ले जा रहा है, I'm accepting it. So we follow IOA model. Loopify Learning is all about this. So we hope that one fine day we'll be the talk of the town. And manifestation तो हो गया है. So let's see, time will tell.
All right. So just one request from my end, Pushraj ji. Like I have seen that आपने बहुत सारे एक्टिविटीज के वीडियोस आपने डाला हुआ है लिंक्डइन में, बट फॉर एट दिस मोमेंट इफ यू हैव सम एक्टिविटी यू कैन डू इट विद मी और विद एनीबडी, जो ऐसा कुछ एक आउटकम मिले हमें इस सेशन से, तो कुछ एक्टिविटी अगर आप कराना चाहें तो, बिकॉज वी आर अ ट्रेनर एंड वी
जरूर
लव एक्टिविटीज।
जरूर जरूर। मेरी फेवरेट एक्टिविटी मैं आपको बोलता हूँ। अच्छा, सो लेट्स से आई एम शेयरिंग with the viewers and the audience and you for example. So मैं आप सभी को ये बोलूंगा कि choose 3 people in your life without whom you cannot live. Okay, 3 people जिनके बगैर आपकी जिंदगी नहीं चल पाएगी, अधूरी रहेगी। ठीक है, I'll give you some time. I'll give you some time to think. So ready? On my 5 count, you start thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take your time. Okay, 3 people's name you have to put it in your mind. Give you some few seconds. So, okay, आपने 3 नाम सोच लिए रहेंगे। Now, इसमें एक ट्विस्ट है। जब मैंने ये एक्सरसाइज की थी तो मैंने भी यही किया था जो आप सभी लोगों ने किया होगा। ये 3 नामों में आपका नाम पहला होना चाहिए। अगर आपने आपका नाम पहला लिया है तो ब्रावो, वेरी नाइस, यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रैक। ओके, अगर आपने नहीं लिया है, because when I said the 3 important people, first person has to be you, because if you love yourself, you will love all the relationships what you are having in life. So the priority has to be you. मैं ना ये मेरे ट्रेनिंग सेशन में पहला एक्टिविटी यही करता हूँ, बिकॉज क्या होता है मालूम, हम लोग यार वो अच्छा लग रहा है, वो अच्छी लग रही है, मेरे मम्मा पापा भाई बहन दोस्त, we forget ourselves. So the moral of the story is, if you are there, everybody is there. वाइसा वर्सा नहीं, उल्टा नहीं होना चाहिए, रिवर्स नहीं होना चाहिए। If you are there, अगर आप ही नहीं रहोगे तो क्या करेंगे यार।
क्या
So
करेंगे?
this is a small activity I do. थोड़ा
And
सा
I've
क्लीशे
captured
है
this
बट
activity from your podcast. Like I'm gonna definitely do it in my batch because I have seen this, activity in your LinkedIn page. So I'm definitely gonna try live with my audiences as well. So this is something which I captured from your podcast, and I know people who are listening to this podcast, please comment there that what was the first person name came in your mind. मैं comment में देखना चाहती हूँ कि आप लोगों ने भी क्या
चीटिंग
वही
चीटिंग
गलती
नहीं है।
किया या चीटिंग नहीं। So please go ahead guys and comment on this podcast. जब मैं ये live करूंगी तो मुझे बिल्कुल बहुत सारे comments चाहिए वहां पे।
मैं एक 2 शब्द बोलना चाहूंगा।
बिल्कुल।
लाइफ में क्या होता है कि हम लोग वी थिंक अ लॉट। अगर ये किया तो लोग क्या कहेंगे, अगर मेरे पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, बट आई टेल यू समथिंग, व्हाट वी थिंक इज नॉट मैंडेटरी दैट द अदर पर्सन इज थिंकिंग द सेम। जिससे आपको अपेक्षा नहीं होती है ना, एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं होता है ना, वही लोग आपको हेल्प करते हैं।
हेल्प करते
और
हैं।
जिनसे आपको एक्सपेक्टेशन होते हैं वो कभी नहीं हेल्प
कभी
करते
नहीं
आपको। आई एम
करेंगे।
नॉट सेइंग इट इन अ नेगेटिव वे, बट कुछ ना कुछ हो जाता है।
हो
सो
जाता है यार।
माय रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू इज, everything can change overnight. You just, it's the game of nerves, game of nerves, remember that. And I'll tell you finally, it is not over till the last breath is there in your body. So don't give up. And it was my pleasure to share a few moments. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pushpraji, and have a beautiful day ahead. And thanks for joining the episode 8 of the Little Talks from the CEO. We'll definitely catch up offline and online as well some days in the coming
Sure.
weeks or months or years, but definitely we are going to connect one more time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Take care.